'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even that man Jesus. Hello there once again, friends, countrymen, mortal enemies, various mythological creatures, and any other inhabitants of this weird virtual space that we call the internet. I just wanted to take a moment on this wonderful Saturday afternoon, although it may not be a Saturday afternoon when you're watching this, just to kind of reach out to anybody that may or may not be out there listening. I mean, obviously if you're not listening, you're not gonna hear what I have to say, but maybe you'll feel the vibrations. Really, I just wanted to take this opportunity to wish you all a happy new year, and that whatever holiday, festive, seasonal period you may or may not have celebrated, that it was as happy and as good as it could be given the circumstances. Obviously times have been, difficult for a lot of people, most people really, predominantly you would imagine. So I kind of just wanted to try this whole, talking to a camera in a room thing again, just to give it a go, just to say that I hope that people are okay, just to put those vibrations out there, get to the people that need the force of goodwill. And also Baby Yoda. Because the thing is, typically I am quite like a rose-tinted glasses, nostalgic sort of person. Like, I can take the worst year of my life and still manage to be like, oh, you know what? I miss those people. I miss those days. I miss the things we used to do. And somehow, like horrible traumatic experiences are kind of like, you know what? Was it really that bad? What if I could go back and give it another go, but with the perspective that I have now? And really, I tend to spend a lot of my time just reflecting on the past like that, rather than thinking about the future and moving forward. Because really, if you think about it, the future is just sort of this massive blank expanse of abstract nothingness, and to actually existentially contemplate that is terrifying. So sometimes it's nicer to just look back at the past and be like, oh, all those traumatic experiences, that that there were good parts. There were good parts. But even I, in all of my infinite nostalgia, can call a spade, and I think we can all agree that 2020 just kind of sucked. And so I wanted to reach out to wish you all well, but also just to kind of discuss this idea of moving into a new year. Now, in the past, I personally have fallen on kind of both sides of the cultural dichotomy. Whether New Year's is a good thing or a bad thing or a totally indifferent thing. Like, there tends to be like a very clear sort of cultural, like a divide. One sect of people that are like, it doesn't mean anything, it's it's a new day, it's an arbitrary change in some numbers, time is a construct, we base these years around planetary celestial orbits, and it's just it's a meaningless hunk of meh. But then you also have the, kind of religiously positive hustle culture kind of, oh yeah, new year, new me resolutions and goals. And I mean, then there's also the other side of that, which is like, oh, well, you could set goals any day of the year, and New Year's resolutions are pointless, and blah blah blah. And there's this whole spectrum of discussion around what it really means to have a new year, if it really means anything, because think that's a seagull. Excuse me, Mr. Seagull, please be quiet. Trying to do the thing with the camera, please. Thank you. That was actually a very polite seagull. But the thing is that whether New Year actually means anything or not, it's nice as a concept. Like, for me, I like it. I think it's cool that there's this whole new year, that there's like a whole new range of opportunities. Like, yes, it is a completely arbitrary chunk of 365 and a quarter days. It doesn't have any meaning beyond that which you give it, but it's a nice sort of checkpoint, like a turn in a page to a new chapter. It's just nice to have conceptually. And I actually came up with this idea the other day, and I really enjoy it, so I thought I would share it with you. It's kind of like every year you get given a fresh block of clay, right? And you can make whatever you want with it. It's like it's a whole block of clay. You've got limitless opportunities. I mean, limited by the confines of what you can do with clay, but you know, it's this whole thing that you could do whatever you want with, and it's really cool. And there's so much clay. There's so much clay there that you can just mold and shape and throw at the wall. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But as you start to approach the back end of the year, it's like, yes, you know, there's still clay there. You can still do stuff with it, but there's a substantially lesser amount of clay than you started with. And if you want to say that you made something great out of this one block of clay, there's less opportunity there because there's less clay, and you're kind of just working with the scraps and, you know, the odd little hybrid bits that get mixed together when it's all the different colours, and it's icky and you don't like it, and you're still trying to, you know, stretch out this clay to the best that you can, but it's, you know, it's running out. There's not a lot of it left. But then when January 1st hits, you get a new block of clay, and it's just this fresh new thing, and you can say, right, you know what, I'm gonna do something great with this one. And whether you do or do not is a completely different thing, really. The point is that it just represents this nice fresh opportunity to just do things. Can you do things, you know, any day of the year with and without the clay? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's just a really stretchy clay kind of metaphor. However, it's a nice thing to think about. Are the majority of New Year's resolutions, and, you know, new year, new me, and this, that, and the other, is that all usually pretty garbage? Yes, truthfully, yes it is. But really, it's just nice to have that as a concept. It doesn't need to have any more meaning than you give to it, but it just is. It's a nice thing that, you know, once January 1st hits, you turn the page, and it's like, right, this is another arbitrary block of time or block of clay that I can do stuff with. And I think that's a nice thought to share with the people. And so if you're still watching, if you're still with me, if you've been here for years, days, minutes, months, or any other unit of time, I would like to thank you, and I would like to wish you a happy new block of clay. And I would like for it to be wonderful for you. I would like you to make many wonderful creations from it. And if you would like to leave a comment down below, if you've watched this far into the video, just mention some things that you might like to do with the clay. It doesn't have to be a goal or a resolution, just something that you would like to happen within this arbitrary period of time. Something that would be nice. Something that would be nice is really it. Again, 2020 kind of just sucked, so just anything nice that you can share with the room, that share with the group, it would be nice. Speaking of nice things, it was nice to do this. I'm now very bad at it again, if I was ever good at it in the first place. But I would like to do this more. I say that often and tend not to, but I would like to. So maybe that's one of the things I'm going to do with my block of clay, is sit in a room and talk to a camera more often. Here's hoping. If there's anything you'd like me to talk to a camera about, please let me know, again in comments down below. Like, subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you very soon.